Welcome to Vaught Hemingway Stadium in Oxford, Mississippi. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. It's the Tennessee Volunteers and the Ole Miss Rebels. Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
Checking in with the Ole Miss head coach before the game. He understands the importance of this game as a separator in the conference standings. With both teams undefeated, some games under their belt, this will be a great test for his team to see if they are on track to make it to the conference championship. He wants their total focus, their total composure, and their total attention today in this crucial conference matchup. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Edwards. Knocked down behind the line. Boy, he powered through one tackler, but there were more there to greet him.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Quarterback changing the play. Taylor wants to throw. Got his man. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
And he gets it right on the cusp, maybe a few pebbles short of a first down in that football. I see the closed fist from the ref. It'll be fourth down.
Well, on that third down play, they're just trying to get it to him quickly to see if he can do something with it after they catch. But this is a defense that takes pride in their ability to tackle in the open field. That was a fantastic job of rallying to the ball carrier inbounds and getting him down, now setting up fourth.
So the last thing you want to do is start the game, first drive, go 3 and out. They won't do that here. They might go 4 and out, but they'll try to convert here. There he goes. The 40. He's at the 30. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way.
There are not a lot of head coaches that I think are willing on their opening drive to go for it on fourth down, especially in that kind of field position. But this head coach ain't scared. And he believes in his running back. He believes in his offensive line to go pick it up, and that's exactly what they did.
The Rebels with the 1st and 10. Follows his blocks. It's Edwards. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9.
I'm amazed by this offense. This is how you set the tone for a game. Running, throwing on the opening drive, driving it right down the field. You just run to set yourself up now in 1st and goal. They are feeling it.
And the Rebels have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. From the red zone, it's Edwards. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Motion from the wideout. Taylor wants to throw it. Buying time to his right. Right side, it's Alexander. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
It's a really nice job by the defense staying disciplined there. And the quarterback's trying to get it out on the right side. As soon as he makes the catch, though, down he goes. Really good job with the tackle.
Third and goal, where the fire purifies and separates contenders and pretenders. Changing the routes with his receivers. Wants to fire it in the end zone on third and goal. Left side is Cook. He stopped short of the goal line, couldn't find his way in, and it'll bring up fourth and goal.
I love the third down defense. I love the defense understanding passing situation, dropping back, keeping everything in front of them, and then breaking on the football. In order to do this and be great on third down, you got to do one thing really well. You've got to come up and make that tackle, and that's exactly what he did.
They've already converted one fourth down on this drive, but this the defining one. Fourth and goal. He wants to throw it. Complete, out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. He was angling for that pylon, and the defense stopped him short on fourth and goal.
And I think that's going to be a frustrating drive for this offense, man. You move the ball on your first possession right down the field, and you choose to be aggressive, and you choose to go for the touchdown. But now you get nothing out of this possession. The defense gets the stop. They get some momentum going in their favor.
Using his legs, it's Bishop. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
And it's not a surprise who they gave the football to. When you get down in this area, they're going to call his name. The physical back, they're going to give him the football. They're going to use their identity of physicality and run game down here in the red zone.
The Volunteers will call their first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Kept the last one on the ground, now they'll throw. Maybe a miscommunication, that one didn't have a chance.
That quick slant is a hard ball to adjust to and make your quarterback look good. If you throw it behind me and I'm coming down the line of scrimmage, I really don't have a chance to adjust and try to make my quarterback look good. He's got to miss that thing low or high. He can't miss it behind me.
A big third down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a first down.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
The Vols will line it up on 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. The penalty pushes the offense back for this 2nd down. From the gun. Stepping to the right. He'll try to do it himself. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
Well, that's just an amazing individual effort, trying to get back as much yardage as possible to set up a third and manageable situation, right? Nice job in the open field, understanding the situation. You obviously cannot take a sack at this juncture on the drive, so do what you can do to put your offense in a good position here on 3rd down.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Just got rid of that one.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Kick is in the air. Nestles it in at the 35. They'll wrap him up and bring him down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first quarter. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Still looking for our first. The game as we start the second quarter. So first down here as they go back to work. On the move, it's Edwards. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Timeout is called. It's the second charge to Tennessee. They're down to 1 timeout left in the half. 2nd and long here. Taylor wants to throw. Rush is on. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
And protecting their quarterback is job number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as many as you want to put it up. They got to make sure they take care of him so he can make those plays. Defense wins this rep. They win up front, get to the quarterback, and get the sack.
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. Making the adjustment. Iron. On 3rd down, he drops the throw. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Rebels will call on their punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. On the return. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Got a little space. Breaks into the open. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work.
Watching this Tennessee running back, man, he just runs with so much purpose, and it reminds me of guys that I used to play against, Jamal Lewis and Travis Henry, two great vol running backs that used to really test the physicality of our Gator defenses in some of those great games we had back in the late 90s. This dude right here, man, he just wears you down every single carry.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Gets rid of it.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Long way to go on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Complete out left to Wilson. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Hit and dropped in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit out, sir.
We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the 1st half. Try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. Back to throw, and they've got to go a long way. Out wide left, it's Matthews. Touchdown Vols! He got a step and just dusted the field. They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they closed the deal from 43 yards out with a touchdown pass. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He's changing the play. Taylor wants to throw it. Rolls right. Rolling, throwing, looking right. Intercepted. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it 1st down at the 42. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. First play of this drive. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB, scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
From the gun, it's Bishop. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Now we got a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their first. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big third down coming up. The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on third down. Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3. Ole Miss calls its second timeout. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this fourth down. Oh, this is a bad, bad shank. No opportunity to run it back as the ball goes out of bounds. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. Quick give. It's Edwards. Swamped immediately.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. A run for the quarterback. Oh, he's got some space. He's at the 40. How about that play on the ground? They get him out of bounds at the 34.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this, that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
Hey, how about this, D? You think they're locked in and dialed into this quarterback and his ability to run the football? You've seen him make plays throughout this game. They know it. They're seeing it, and they're making sure that guy's not going to beat him.
Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
Third and long, a lot of ground to cover. Taylor wants to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. Another incompletion on third down.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
4th down and 12 is 4-down territory for this offense. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Needs it here on 4th down. And down he goes. A sack on 4th down, and the defense gets the football back.
And, man, a lot of times it's hard to outrun that blitz, and they bring pressure. They push him outside of the pocket. Nice job covered in downfield. Nobody open. He can't find a place to go with the football, and this is exactly what you should do. Keep hunting. Keep chasing. They finally catch him, get the big sack on 4th down.
Looking to the big tight end. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you could see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Out wide right, it's Wilson. The Vols will now use their final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
Defense way too anxious there, and they just hand them a first down with a penalty. They'll take the penalty and move them back. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Fresh set of downs going up top. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Left side is Lockett. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gents, the cream is rising to the top here 7 weeks in. Let's take a look at today's action. We begin with a look at Penn State taking on the Illinois Fighting Illini. And it's the Nittany Lions with a gritty victory away from home. This team prepared well all week, and they'll enjoy the fruits of their labor. That is another solid victory for this team, who now gets to 5-1 on the season. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside Mac.
Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
Looking for the edge. And the ball is free on the pitch. And the defense jumps on it. They get that turnover.
Hey, you know what's really easy? It's easy to say, hey, quarterback, run out there, pitch off of that guy, and now your running back gets to go play one-on-one with somebody else. It's got to all work timing-wise. The defense did a great job flying up, nowhere to go, make the play, make them make a quick decision, and you get the fumble and recover in the backfield.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Taylor wants to throw it. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down.
This is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
He'll pull it down. Quarterback slides, and that is a punch to the gut to any defense to let a quarterback get out and move the sticks there.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. And it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job of keeping that guy in the pocket.
Handoff, Frazier running left. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
And the Rebels come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Frazier again. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move, it's 1st and 10. Taylor wants to throw. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
And we were talking about it at half, guys. Like, how are they going to crack this puzzle, right? This defense so elite in the first half. Second half, they come out. They're trying to throw the football, man. I just don't know where the weaknesses are. They're going to have to keep working and keep trying to make that big play and stay aggressive. But so far, on every level of this defense, they've been dominant.
Go, go. Second and 10, he'll throw again. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the 3rd down.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. And this one sails through just inside that left upright. That'll bring him to within 4.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
So the Vols offense takes the field to start this drive. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Let it go. On the ground, it's Bishop. Turning it on. He's at the 50. The 30. The 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Volunteers. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him. Lining up to add another. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board.
Number 97, set to kick off.
He'll bring it out. It's Smith. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Rebels offense is back on the field. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14. 3. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. Making the adjustment on the play. Looking for a crease. It's these little moments like that that can help an offense as he gets it up to the 16-yard line.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Give to the running back. Nowhere to go.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. They want a little extra time to think over this 3rd and long as we've got a timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Now backed up in their own end, it's 3rd and long. Taylor wants to throw it. Moving to his left. Outside the pocket, lets it go. A strike downfield. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
And how do you lose sight of the big fella? I mean, the defense, where were they? They were nowhere around. He comes scot-free. Nice job by the quarterback recognizing it, getting the football, and he does the rest and makes the big play down the field.
Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman in a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
Second and long here. On the move. Picked up about 6. They're looking at 3rd and 4. The Rebels want to crank the tempo. Looking to throw. Still looking to his right. Right side, it's Smith. Excellent pursuit by this defense as he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball. Out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding 3rd and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a 4th down.
Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. One final period to play, and we'll see who can grab that W as we start the 4th. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Converts on 4th down. Still going. There he goes. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that 4th down.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
In the red area, it's Edwards. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. Forges ahead for 1 to the 8-yard line.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
Really nice 3rd down sub-defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, and now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
Hang on just a second. I think they're going to try to get the touchdown here. Man, this could be a gamble, guys. They could come up empty. Taylor wants to throw. Trying to find the end zone. Just excellent coverage, nowhere to go, and they don't come close to getting it in. The defense, a brick wall.
Obviously, they fail on that 4th down, but because there's still time on the clock, this game's not over. Who on defense right now can step up and make a big play and get the ball back to the offense?
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Ole Miss calls his 2nd timeout. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. Clock is under 4 minutes as they come to the line for 2nd down. This time they'll throw it. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
The Volunteers peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. Ole Miss calls its 3rd and final timeout. And they'll have to navigate the rest of this game without being able to stop the clock. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They'll call a timeout. Play clock running short. It was down to 5 before the stoppage. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Long way to go on 2nd down. They'll ride him again. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
And I think this will go a long way in determining the outcome of this football game. They're able to run the football with the lead late in this game. That's a good sign for this offense.
They'll send the back in motion. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. And the Volunteers have it with a 1st and 10. Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. Between the hashes, it's Gibson. Finds a crease at the 20. Into the house. Touchdown, Tennessee. They are finishing the deal, building the lead here in the fourth, and they are going to go to 7-0.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. The give to the single back. Tackle behind the line, and he'll lose one on the play.
Yeah, and this offense, man, they just continue to struggle. And just, they need to find something that they do really, really well. And running the football late in the fourth quarter when you're getting beat by a good bit, that's probably not it. This offense needs to hit the gas, and they need to pitch and catch a little bit and throw the football around.
The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. They'll run him again. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Taylor wants to throw it. Complete with conviction on the crosser. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
He's loose down the left side. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's just, it's so hard to defend.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Yeah, and this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's in the fourth quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
They'll take the penalty and move them back. Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this third and short. Rush right in his face. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be fourth down.
And we've seen a lot of that from this offense, unfortunately. Just quarterback and wide receivers just not in sync. And sometimes it happens, and they get out of sync, and they don't make big plays. But, man, you're in a huge deficit. You need big plays.
And, guys, hold that thought just a second because here comes the fourth down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Quarterback signaling to his guys. And he will not get there. How about this defense stopping that run short?
Well, it's a moment in a game offensively where you like to think you can just run the football and that down and distance to stay on the field, but, David, the defense wasn't having it. They completely bowed up front, physical, and they dominated in that play. Absolutely nowhere for that guy to go, and this offense...
Going for the big play. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Going back to the well, another deep ball. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Tells to run, wants to pass. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
After this, it'll be a wrap. They'll go back to the air on second down. And the offense will get the ball back, a rather anticlimactic way to celebrate the win. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it. I love it. I love the excitement, the adrenaline, the emotion, and they earned a big dub today.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College